All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on what is, for a lot of us, one of the biggest purchases we'll ever make. We're going inside the New York Diamond District to learn the playbook the pros use for buying a diamond. So if you've ever started looking for a diamond, you know this feeling, right? It's a huge deal, it's emotional, and suddenly you're drowning in technical jargon. The stakes feel incredibly high, and it's so easy to feel like you're completely in over your head. And you know that overwhelmed feeling? That's when expensive mistakes happen. It's things like assuming any piece of paper that says certified is actually legit, or getting confused about the weight of the main stone versus all the little ones. It's so easy to get sold a beautiful story instead of the hard facts on the spec sheet. But we're here to show you a much more disciplined way. But here's the thing, there is a better way. There's a framework. So what if you could just cut through all of that noise? What if you could approach this whole process with the same calm, cool confidence as a professional buyer on 47th Street? Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack today. And that framework has a name, the New York Diamond Standard. Really, it's all built on these three pillars you see right here: verification, performance, and disclosure accuracy. This isn't some secret club. It's just a disciplined, totally transparent process you can follow. So, at its heart, the standard is really just a method. It's a way of thinking that puts clear, verifiable documents way ahead of any marketing fluff. This is exactly how the insiders make sure that what they're buying is exactly what the paperwork says it is. And this quote, "This is the mantra of the entire district. Verification isn't just a step in the process, it is the first step, always. If the documents aren't clean, if they're not verifiable and transparent, the deal is dead. The conversation just stops right there." So where does all this verification begin? Well, it starts with the certificate, but people often get the purpose of a certificate wrong. A certificate doesn't create beauty, it creates comparability. It gives everyone a shared language so you can compare two diamonds on an even playing field and seriously reduce your risk. And this table here really breaks it down. Think of each field as a form of protection for you, the buyer. The lab and report number, that's your golden ticket to verify the whole thing's real. The measurements tell you how big the stone actually looks, not just what it weighs. Cut, polish, and symmetry, that's the engine. That's what drives the sparkle. And whatever you do not sleep on the comment section. That's critical. It's where you'll find any disclosures about treatments or even notes on origin, which is huge for traceability these days. Now, the reports that really matter come from a handful of respected, independent labs. The big three you're going to see are GIA, IGI, and AGS. So why are they so trusted? Simple. They have no skin in the game. They're totally neutral third parties. GIA, for instance, is a nonprofit. Their only job is to give you a straight, objective, scientific assessment, period. Okay, but just having the report in your hand is not enough. The next step is probably the most crucial part of this whole thing, and it's something you have to do yourself. We're talking about active verification. This is your pre-purchase checklist, and it is absolutely non-negotiable. You take that report number from the seller. You go directly to the lab's official website, not some link they send you. You type in the number yourself, and then you check every single detail against what the seller listed. If it's a perfect match, great, take a screenshot and save it. If anything, and I mean anything, doesn't line up, you walk away. It's that simple. And this just hammers the point home. You do the paperwork before you let your heart get involved. You have to. This one little habit is what separates a confident, professional purchase from a hopeful, emotional gamble. Okay, next up, let's talk about a detail that trips up so many people and has a massive impact on the price: the difference between total carat weight and center stone weight. Let's just look at this side by side. A 1-carat center stone is one single solid diamond. But 1-carat total weight, you'll see it as CTW, means that if you took all the little tiny diamonds in the ring and put them on a scale together, they would add up to 1 carat. A single 1-carat stone is way more rare and because of that, way more valuable than a dozen little chips. And listen, this isn't just playing with words. This completely changes the valuation. I mean, the FTC has strict guidelines about this for a reason. If you confuse the two, there's no way you can accurately compare prices. A disciplined buyer always asks, are we talking about the center stone or are we talking total weight? Now, let's talk about price. Have you ever wondered why pricing in the Diamond District can seem so different from a high-end luxury store? Well, it all comes down to the business structure. So try to think of the Diamond District less as a physical place and more as a business model.
It's built on direct relationships with the people who actually cut and supply the diamonds. This means you're often just one step away from the source, and you're skipping all those extra layers of cost, distributors, marketers, brand managers that get baked into the price in traditional retail.
And this is such a key takeaway. The whole point of the district model is to reduce the noise, the extra overhead and marketing costs. It is not about reducing the quality of the diamond. The quality is and always will be defined by that verifiable certificate we keep talking about.
All right, we've covered a ton of ground, so let's wrap it all up into one final, actionable checklist. This is the framework that will guide you to a purchase you can feel truly confident about. Here we go. 1. Verify that report online every time. 2. Prioritize performance. That's the cut and the proportions, the stuff that actually makes it sparkle. 3. Confirm the carat weight disclosure is crystal clear. 4. Look at the physical craftsmanship of the setting itself. And 5. Archive all your documentation. This is what makes your decision clean, smart, and totally defensible. It really is that straightforward. When every single piece of your purchase is backed up by clear, verifiable documents, your confidence isn't just a feeling anymore. It becomes a fact. And that, right there, is the core principle of the New York Diamond Standard. The story, the romance, the meaning, that's what you bring to the diamond. But your confidence in the purchase itself, that comes from the specs. It comes from the data. It comes from the undeniable proof in the documentation.